Can you hear me?
Yeah, but why have I gone smaller?
Me? I'm
Oh,
small
there
as
you go.
well.
Oh, no. It's okay. It's better
So
now.
I'm big on your screen.
Yeah, I mean, we're half now.
All right, cool. How do I change it? Because you're massive on my screen. I don't want to see
So
your butt
go to
face.
the top. Just hover your mouse, your cursor,
Yeah.
and it say view on the top right hand corner.
Oh yeah.
You click on that and press gallery.
Oh yeah. Come on. Good evening. Good
Good man.
evening.
Right.
Let's begin.
Hello.
Good
Hello,
evening. Good
Will.
afternoon. Hello,
Welcome
Agaash.
to the Zoom 18 podcast now.
Mhm.
It's moved online.
Exactly. We're flying. We're zooming.
For now, I mean, I bought the pro account now, so until I say the end of the year, we'll be using Zoom,
Yeah.
whether you like or not. But obviously, if we can meet each other, I'll still do it in person.
Of course. Yeah.
So,
We're looking at what, June 21st.
something like that.
Everyone's
Something
gonna go
like that.
crazy.
Hopefully, if everyone
Fingers
takes their
crossed.
vaccines and stuff.
Exactly.
And then we'll meet each other, and maybe we'll be able to do it in person as well.
Oh, I can't wait for that, mate. I miss your face. I can't lie.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Pause.
When was the last time we saw? When was the last time we saw each other?
Probably when it snowed, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we went flying down the hill.
Well, you did. I didn't.
I did.
You tried flying down the hill with
I attempted
Binley.
to break my
I ain't
hip.
trying
Yeah.
to do that. You did, bro. I have all these clips. I could put them in.
Fam, I'm surprised I haven't broken a bone. I can't lie.
Were you okay? Because I remember you. The last
I was
one
hobbling.
you did, you were.
Yeah, no, I wasn't in a good place. It's just my legs were just hella bruised. Like, I felt like I went for like a 7-mile hike, bro. I can't lie. It just wasn't nice. I was literally there for like less than an hour.
You had all these there's like spectators just watching you and stuff.
I always get this is what I do, man. I'm an entertainer. That's what I do best. Also, you may have noticed. Listen, yeah, I tried to grow a mustache, but it just looks
hold on. Forget him. Wait, hold on with the mustache. The last time you were on my podcast, you had a different trim. What happened to your trim?
Oh, yeah. So basically, I need another trim. All right. So I'll get into the mustache, right? We'll get into that.
Okay.
I need another trim, but what I tried to do is go for a little mohawk, like we said before. Remember, in the Christmas one, you violated me. Yeah. Well, I've done it now, so.
No, hold on. When you said mohawk to me, I was not expecting what you did in it.
You weren't expecting me to get rid of the top, innit? You thought I was going to leave the top now.
And I will put clips in and of what he sent me and what it looked like when you did it. I'm going to put it in. Will. I'm sorry, mate. But
it's got to be done.
People can see, yeah. But I was not expecting that. I was not expecting. Because I thought you were going to leave the top and then you're going to do the mohawk and stuff.
You know how annoying it was to have like all of that shit on my head.
Yeah, I know. You told me.
Every time I see a Donny with long hair, I'm like, gee, just shave it off straight up. Because it doesn't look as good, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, I know I need a trim now, so I'm looking a bit bummy, but like.
What are you going to try and do? Still the mohawk thing?
I'm just going to keep the mohawk. As long as I cut the sides, it looks all right. Let me just take the headphones off real quick. You can sort of see it.
Yeah, you need a trim.
I don't know if you can see it from the back like that, but it's just like a sort of tail at the back, innit?
I have a tail thing as well. Look, rat tail here.
Yeah, when are you going to do a mohawk, though?
So my mohawk thing will be in April when the barbers open up. Like
you want to do it properly, yeah.
Yeah. So
say no.
I will do it as well. But
I'm gonna go shorter because it's kind of long now. So I'm gonna go like properly short again for when it gets hot in it, so man can disperse the heat, whatever it is.
I'm gonna cut my hair short as well at some point. I'm gonna go back to short as well.
Yeah, it's just a better look, man. Anyway, back onto the mustache. I know it looks like because it is. I thought I could grow a mustache. Because every now and again,
I can't see it through my screen.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a Hitler thing. It's a Hitler thing.
You see a smudge. Look, like my nose has been running all day and I haven't wiped it. So what I need to do is get the razor and wipe it so it's off my face. Yeah. You know what I mean? I thought I was looking like Steve Lacy, but it turns out I just look like some sort of Charlie Chaplin looking ass.
You look proper EDL. You're wearing the England top, proper Brexit.
That's what I was thinking. But you're gonna see the England shirt and the ginger mohawk and think I'm chatting about Tony Robinson, bro. Tommy Robinson.
But yeah, you look good.
Thank you, man.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, pause.
You look good.
Who cares, man? It's a beautiful world we live in now. Exactly. No one's judging.
Fully. Yeah, well, last time we saw each other was when it snowed, and since then.
That was like start of February, innit? And it's now 25th of February. I've got a little date in the corner down there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. When are you going back to work then? April, right?
So they're saying April 12th is when non-essential retail opens, which is myself. Yeah. So then I'll start selling to various people then. But you can meet up with people in like groups of 6 from March 29th, as it stands. Because I feel like people are getting excited, in it, saying,
but nothing is really open, right?
no, nothing will be open, but you can link people in like your garden, and that,
yeah,
which is a definite motive. Because
yeah,
I've got
for
2
sure.
weeks, got just under 2 weeks before I go back to work to link
And
with
just
six to this. That's what exactly what I want
when's
to do,
Joe?
bro.
Is Joe coming back? Nah.
I'm probably going to see him at Easter because we might go to Cornwall, but it's looking a bit
Okay.
techie, because not actually allowed to move around, so we might not. But I'm going to see him at Easter anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
bless.
I was actually going to ask him to jump on today, but then I kind of, it's in the middle of the day and he's in Manchester. I don't want to sort of
Yeah, no, it's
disturb
true.
him like that.
Because even though I'm doing nothing, when someone
Yeah.
asks me, "Oh, do you want to have a call?" I'm like, "I give you 2 days, yeah."
And I hate calling, bro. I
Innit,
hate
the same.
calling, texting, any of that stuff. But like,
Yeah, but this
I'm
is
trying
not.
to make this whole
This
weekly
is
thing in it.
in it. This ain't that bad because like I've had a few days to prepare. Like in my mind, I knew I was gonna do it. It's like if I'm just chilling and playing FIFA and someone like tries to FaceTime me, I'm like,
Allow
oh,
it.
leave
Get
me
out of
alone,
it.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hate it.
I ignore all my WhatsApp messages, all my Snap messages. Like,
Bro, I don't
since
use Snap
lockdown.
like that. Like I'll put my some in my story. I'm not chatting to you. Like
Yeah, no, 100%. I've swiped up in your story like 7 times, and it takes
and
like
you haven't
6 days for you
replied
to reply.
Yeah, I didn't reply to you for ages.
Yeah,
I was replying to you on iMessage.
and then I won't reply to you. It's just like it's not that deep. I'm not looking for replies in it because if I'm not replying to people, then I can't be expecting that in it.
And if it is serious, you either call me or text me properly in it.
Yeah, in it.
Why use Snapchat?
In it, like if you need me urgently, do not snap me.
Exactly.
Do not do that because I will see it in 24 hours.
But yeah.
On to the nitty gritty, I'd say.
Wait, hold on. Is everyone okay though? Family good? Everyone's okay?
Everyone's fine. Everyone's loving life. Couple job opportunities on the way for the fam as well.
Oh,
to my sister, so she's doing bits.
Good.
Obviously, parents working hard. Standard procedure, NHS
Always.
and that. But yeah, life's looking all right now. What about yourself?
Good. Yeah, everyone's good, man. Everyone's Gucci.
Standard in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Like you said, on to the nitty gritty.
Yes, let's do it.
Today, we're gonna be. I don't want to say going into with the whole VAR, but we're gonna be talking about VAR.
I feel like it's gonna be a more jovial approach to what Alan Shearer and them man do on Match Today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna be joking around as well a bit about it's not gonna be serious. Like we're not gonna take out our rulers and do the whole VAR thing like that. We're not gonna be doing that. We're just gonna give our opinion and obviously we just watch football. We're not in the football industry or scene like that. We're just gonna give our opinion. It's probably gonna be wrong, but we don't care. So
it does jar me out though. When VAR goes wrong, it jars me out, but we'll get into that in it
and there are some ones I picked out that are gonna be wrong. But yeah, cool. We're gonna go into it now,
man.
And I'm gonna share the screen. This is the first time I'm
doing
this.
Hey, come on!
So I'm gonna share this screen. Right here we are.
Yeah,
you can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This is the first incident in terms of VAR. Should we just explain what VAR is first? Do you want to explain?
Yeah, cool. If you don't know what VAR is, the likelihood of you watching this video is unlikely. But just for those who may not know, before football was refed, was like just pure human, like what they see, just refs, humans. Like I'm waffling right now, but there's a one-man ref on the pitch. There's a linesman, a couple Donnies at the back, and they made all the decisions. Now, a couple decisions can go to a computer ref sitting upstairs, and he sort of analyzes it and tells the ref what to do from there. He can't make the decision himself, but you can advise the ref to go back and look at it. And offsides are a lot more like closer as well. It's like playing FIFA, isn't it?
It's fully to the inch, like to the centimeter.
Yeah, like, it's literally like playing FIFA.
You won't get away with it. And before there was the whole human error sort of thing, and I sort of will get into that, but I did prefer the whole human error.
100%.
It made everything a bit better, but
a little more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, VAR is here to help the referee not make that human error, and unfortunately, it's made it even worse. So we're going to get into that today. Yes. The first one we're going to look at is one that happened like very recently. This is not in like some sort of timeline, like when the most recent one first and blah blah.
No chronological thing, yeah.
They've just put it randomly, yeah. So the first one is a Souček one on Mitrovic. Do you know about this one?
I haven't seen this one, so this is gonna be interesting.
So this one was a free kick for West Ham. I think it was right.
Okay.
And I think they're just tussling with each other, and he just wants to get Mitrovic off him, so he just goes like that. Okay. But it's in a way where obviously Souček is oh god. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's still there. Don't worry about
it. Souček. Wait, you can see my.
I can see everything. I can't. Nothing's playing, but I can see the first scene where Souček is touching Mitrovic.
But you didn't see anything else that popped up.
No.
I say no.
Yeah, what you got popping up?
That was my emails. It's all my emails.
Yeah, it's my emails.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, like he tries to fling Mitrovic off him.
Yeah.
And in that motion, it's as if he's elbowed him. And obviously, Mitrovic is going to make the most out of it. Goes down on the floor and he said, "Oh my God, he's hit me. He's elbowed me. He's elbowed me."
Yeah.
And at the start, nothing was made of it until VAR said, "Go to the monitor, have a look, and make a decision." And this is Mike Dean refereeing the game.
Yeah, Mike Dean as well.
But this goes on to something. Do you know what happened to Mike Dean after this?
No, but let's watch the video first, and then we'll.
There's no video. This is all clips. I don't have videos. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, that's what. Don't worry about it then. So that's the photo there. Yes, my man.
That is the exact bit where
that's the exact
he makes contact with his
Okay, cool. Yeah, say nothing.
And the whole incident is him trying to get him off him. There's no malice. There's no sort of like violence towards him. He's just trying to fling him off. Obviously, there's a height sort of issue here. What do you say? What do you think?
My first point is, before we get into the whole Mike Dean thing, because he's a bit washed. My first point I'm going to say is everything always looks worse in slow motion.
Of course.
Always.
Of course.
So in the real time of the game, you can see when it's like real time, like fast movement, eye contact, where the player's looking. So if they're looking at the ball and how fast they're moving, right? Because if you're in slow motion, everything's slow and it looks bad. Yeah. So you can really get an idea of intent when you see it in real time, because you can see where the player's looking. You can see how hard. When you move in slow-mo, it's always going to look worse. I was basically coming to the end of my point and I got cut off. But yeah, when you move in slow-mo, it's always going to look worse, isn't it? So
that's why that's a red.
If you can, with like violent conduct, to be a red, I feel like it needs to have intent behind it. And the intent is clearly shown by where the player's looking. Souček is not looking at him. You can see his elbows on his chin. But he's not looking at him. And we all know how physical Mitrovic is, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not just going to run away from him. You've got to give it back to him, yeah? And it's not a clear goal scoring opportunity or whatever. It looks... Fulham defending.
So Mitrovic is defending it, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like that.
Yeah.
And Souček got sent off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's BS, man.
Terrible decision. I think this is a terrible decision.
If he's attacking, then how is he like wanting to foul someone? Like, surely his intent is going to be to attack the ball, not to fucking like
exactly
elbow him. Like, why would he want to do that?
I have no idea how they came to red card decisions for this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even after looking at it again, you can see there's no intent. He's not trying to do that.
Yeah,
you know.
If he looks at him and goes, "Bam," that's a red card.
But there's nothing like that going on here, and obviously
football's a contact sport. G, you know what I mean?
And like, the more we use VAR like this, it's becoming very. Everyone has to just sort of,
sit back, and like not get in contact. Because if you touch too much, they're gonna look at it again in slow motion. It's gonna look bad. Do you know what I mean?
This is a terrible decision. I think at most maybe a yellow or like but just a red. And what
yellow
my friend
for being
told me,
stupid, you can't be putting your elbow in someone's face.
My friend told me the whole game was the game ended 0-0, right? My friend told me the reason why they gave the red card was because they needed some sort of talking point from this game. Something, and it was
Mike Dean always makes himself center of attention, though.
He does, but I'm gonna back him here. It's very difficult for him in that spot as well to make the decision. Because you don't know in it, like it's something that happened in the past. You're gonna keep looking at it. He may think there was intent in it, right? And if he gives that red card, then cool. You have to stand by it. Obviously, we can say it's wrong now, but he stuck by it, right? Obviously, he came out after. I think he said it was a wrong decision, or people in VAR said it was a wrong decision, or whatnot. I don't know. But like, he got a lot of hate for it, a lot of death threats for him, his kids, and whatnot. And he didn't play. He didn't ref the following week. I think that's out. That's outrageous.
That's bang of all. I mean, in any situation,
too seriously. Bro.
Yeah, in any situation, like I don't see why there's ever any need to go on social media and find someone's socials and start attacking them. It's like, they vexed you. Go punch a punch bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't make Donny feel unsafe.
If you're trying to if you're sending a guy death threats like that for a decision, like, come on, man.
Innit? Like, nah, that's mad.
It's not like even if Fulham went on to score after West Ham were a man down, like that's the game, innit?
Yeah, no, it's true. Like you can't blame someone. That's like a problem that'll be like that'll spill out into wider society, innit? Like, this is like an outside of VAR thing. I'm just going to say like one sentence on it. I feel like there's no regulation on social medias
For sure,
not enough, man. Like you're seeing all these players getting abused for like various different things.
Stuff.
Racism is rife because of it, yeah. And I just feel like it's not that hard to regulate, surely. Like if it's you shouldn't be able to like direct message someone, hey, say you if I wanted to right now, go on my phone, message Saeed Klasenach that I'm gonna pull up to his yard and slap his dog. If I really wanted to. That's not gonna hurt his feelings, yeah. But if I get 50 of my mates to start violating, say Klasenach or any other footballer for whatever reason, yeah, to start like just bombarding them with hate messages, that's gonna make them feel like very bad. You know what I mean? And it's too easy, bro. It's way too easy.
Yeah, they need to regulate it somehow.
That's another problem.
Yeah, but yeah, I think going back to the decision, Mike D made a decision. You stick by it, you stop by it, cool. But I personally don't think that's a red card, and I don't think Will thinks it's a red card either. At most, maybe a yellow.
I say yellow because his arms are like moving mad, but that's not a red card unless there's intent there. That's not a red card.
And you lot that are sending him hate, both in it.
Just don't do that for anyone. Like, anyone, there's no need, man. Grow up.
Especially death threat. What's wrong with you?
In it,
tapped individual, bro. Right, next one.
That's very true. Right,
this one. Now this one, this was a penalty. Okay, wait, hold on. What do you think? Do you know about this one?
Again, I'm probably gonna recognize some, but I don't recognize this one.
Do you know what happened here? What do you think happened here? And I'll tell you what happened after.
It looks like Fernandez got sent off because his studs are on my man's ankle. Yeah.
This was in the Aston Villa penalty box, and they gave a penalty to United.
Gee, how does that make sense? Like, on a reels, how does that make sense? I'm looking at this now. No context. I didn't even know what happens. I'm basically like I'm watching the game for the first time. Yeah.
They gave a penalty.
How is that? Man's got. Look at Donny. I don't know who the Aston Villa number 15 is.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is yet, but his ankle is like folded underneath Donny's studs.
It happened very early on, but if I remember what happened, what they said was that he went through Fernandez and he still clipped.
What it looks like happened is it looks like he's gone to get the ball and Fernandez has turned and stood on him and then dropped, I imagine.
And then Fernandez dropped him as if he got injured. I mean, if he got hurt.
That's another thing, man. Players are throwing themselves on the floor like they've been shot, and you're like, you stepped on him. You stepped on him.
I don't understand how they've gone to VAR. They've seen this image. I don't know if they've seen this image,
but if we're seeing it, they've seen it. If we've seen it, they've seen it.
Exactly. How are you? How?
In a way, if you're thinking about, if I'm being like pedantic here, yeah. So he's getting in the way of Fernandez doing his turn by putting his foot underneath his foot, yeah. But at the same time, it's not him making the contact. You know what I mean?
But then you can say that he's not going for the ball. Constance not going for the ball. Defender's not going for the ball. And Bruno's got the
Fernandez.
Bruno's got the ball in the Aston Villa penalty box. He's got control of the ball. If you somehow stop him from making a play by doing something to him, then it has to be a penalty, right? Or a foul. You know.
Okay.
So you can see it in that way, but I just don't think that's a.
Were there any like cards involved in this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Then that's calm. Yeah. If there's no cards, then I can see why. Thing is, this one is like when you slow football down. That's another thing. But when you take it out of the ref's hands and slow it down to like a pinpoint image, it really is like
you don't know,
yeah. Because here, there's two possible outcomes. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how the ref's feeling on the day.
And I think it's one of those decisions where the ref gave the pen. And then they went to VAR, and if it's not a clear and obvious mistake or something, or an error, they can't overturn it. I don't think.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So I think they must have just given it like that. I think that's how it must have been given. So I mean, if I was a ref, I don't know. I would have given the pen, but then when you watch it again, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know.
This one's a confusing one, but to be fair,
because there are no cards involved, I think it's all right. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it, but by the letter of the law. This is a penalty.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Because if he's the one that engaged with Fernandez, regardless of how Fernandez has made contact with him, he's the one that's instigated it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Fernandez wouldn't have fallen over or trodden on him had he not gone in for the ball.
Gone into it, yeah.
So I feel like if that was given as a penalty, then that's right. On first looking, it looks like Bruno stood on his ankle.
Yeah.
But true say, if he's the one that's, like I said, instigated it, then I don't think there's too much of an argument there, personally.
Okay.
But that's a sticky one. I can't lie. That's a bit of a sticky one.
All right. Okay. So you think penalty, yeah?
I'd say penalty. I'd say penalty for that one because he's like moved in on him.
I will say penalty as well. This one, okay. Now this was in I think the first or second week, right, or third week. This whole rule for this penalty has changed now. So what happened here was last minute. I think it was a corner or again a free kick. I don't know. Swung in. Dyers jumped for the ball, try to header it out. Obviously, to lift yourself up, I don't know how you lot jump. You have to use your hands in it. You can't just jump in a
pencil,
like that. What kind of yeah? You have to jump. You have to use your hands, right?
So that moves you in the air as well.
Exactly. Dyers used his hands to jump up. Carroll's got to him first. He got to the ball first, headed it. Dyer's not even looking. He's going for the ball. He's not even looking. Carroll headers it. It's gone behind him. The ball's gone behind him and hit his hand, which is up here, and it's a penalty.
See, for handballs, it's got to be unnatural position, isn't it?
Unnatural position, yeah.
So if you jump in the air and you're coming down, I find it hard for you to keep. It's hard for me to like think about someone keeping their arms by their side when they're jumping in the air and they're coming down. And I feel like that's too much for a player to be thinking about when they're in a professional game of football. Because he's already got to think about where the ball's going to land after he hits the header. He's got to think about who's around him. He's got to think about offside, onside. Like, there's so much going on.
So many things, yeah.
So many things he's got to consider when going up for that header. And I feel like his arm positioning, it just shouldn't be one of those. It doesn't need to be one of those.
It's, especially when you're in the air, it's very hard to control how your arms are going to be.
And how you're landing, innit?
Exactly. Like, it's very difficult. And especially it's gone behind him. How are you meant to see where the ball's going and then try and quickly in that second? You can't even do that. It's impossible.
Yeah, because it's point blank. And
exactly.
It's a Premier League footballer heading a ball, yeah? So that's not going to be going to his hand slowly. That's not going to slowly loop up in his hand, especially when it's right there. It's just going to go header, bang.
This is like, Andy Carroll talking about. This guy's a heading machine, you know?
In it.
Like, you're not going to... Exactly, bro.
There's another point is like, when you're challenging against someone of that heading ability, that's another thing that you've got to think about ahead of your arm movement. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like thinking about
if you're jumping alongside someone that big, Andy Carroll size, you're not going to be jumping like a pencil to challenge.
He's going to dash you. You want to get dashed.
Exactly.
Like you've got to like hold your own. You know what I'm saying? I know this is Spurs, and I really don't like Spurs. I don't like anyone on that little screen there, but it's unlucky, and I don't think that should have been a penalty, to be honest. Because if I feel like handball should be if it's like intent. There's like they've taken, from what I've seen and what I've heard, VAR don't take intent into consideration because you can't. It's a subjective thing, and everything they judge the rules on have got to be objective, clear fact, and intent and opinion and all of that like human nature stuff. Goes out the window because you can't prove any of it. Even if you can see if my man's eyes are over there, he's not meaning to do it, and if he's looking at him before he punches him, for example, he's meaning to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like general knowledge, but they can't take that into consideration when judging the game or judging the foul, because that's all up in the air. Like Donny could technically, realistically, it's unlikely, but he could be looking that way and elbow someone, going back to the first one, innit? He could be looking that way and still elbow him on purpose. We will never know. So that's why they can't take intent into consideration. But I trust the refs enough to use their own initiative to think whether he's done that on purpose or not. And you can definitely tell when you look at him multiple times. And that he's clearly not intended to handle the ball on purpose.
So they changed the rule and they said that sort of position. So before it was unnatural, right? Now it's it's natural now. So they changed it. And rightfully so. That's not a penalty.
Yeah, that's not a penalty.
Any day of the week. So yeah.
But it was given as a penalty, right?
Yeah. And they scored. Newcastle scored and it finished a draw. So
that I don't care too much about. That one's fine. You can give Newcastle a penalty regardless, but no, that shouldn't have been. That shouldn't have happened.
Right, the next one.
Moving on swiftly. This pissed me off so bad. I knew the second I recognized one, I'm gonna get vexed. It's jarred me, man. I don't dislike United. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike them, but this game sort of stressed me out a bit because
there was two things that we're gonna cover in this video that happened in that game. One of them is this, and the other one is an offside call.
Okay.
With this one,
yeah,
you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. With this one, it's gonna lead. It's similar to the David Luiz one that we're gonna come to. You know
that's gonna. So we'll leave that one.
And I think we have different. I think we have differing views on that.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
But this happened on the same day as the David Luiz one.
Yeah, I remember watching match of the day, just stressing out.
This for me, if he makes contact with Martial, if Bednarek makes contact with Martial, it is a penalty and it is a red card. I have nothing
any contact,
right?
You're telling me,
because he's not going for the ball. He's not going for the ball.
Yeah.
If you are the last man and you're in the box and you have no intention of going for the ball, by the law, I don't like it. By the written law, it says that it is a penalty and it's a red card.
Fair, okay.
But there is no contact that was made here.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I mean, technically, he's touching him with his hand. That's not going to make you fall over.
Bruv, come on,
that means you can't.
Physical sport.
That's what I mean. You can't. That means you can't like barge people in that case. Because if he goes up shoulder to shoulder against Martial and he drops, is that still a foul? Because technically he's trying to barge him and not win the ball. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we don't know it.
That would depend. Yeah, that would depend. That would also depend on whether.
From this image, I'm saying if he made contact, which I have watched multiple like different angles and stuff, I don't see him making contact with his foot on Martial's foot.
Yeah, same.
It's not a red card. It's not even a foul. It's a dive.
This one was actually overturned though. To be fair,
no, it wasn't.
Was it not?
No.
I thought I saw Bednarek. Maybe not.
No, but, he got sent off. Bednarek got sent off, and he was walking down a tunnel when he said, "Oh, Martial said it wasn't a foul," and they just.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but I mean, like the next game, he could play because they just didn't suspend.
Oh yeah. Of course, they have to.
Yeah, no, he was gone. Yeah, in the game, he was gone.
Yeah.
And Martial knew it wasn't a foul. And the most important thing, don't know if you can see my cursor right now. Can you?
No, I can't. Go on.
All right, cool. Just imagine I'm circling Bednarek's like bent leg that's on the floor. Yeah, the foot that's planted. Yeah, there. So the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. So in a full-time video, you see him sprinting, running along straight. He's going towards Martial, and that foot there, that front foot, stops in the ground. It's because he knows if he carries on running the way he is, he's going to take him out. So he bends his foot. He actually pulls his leg back so he doesn't make the challenge, and his foot is planted on the floor. Martial expects a challenge to come in, so he drops, but there's no contact there. He stops, he pulls back, and obviously, because he's got the momentum, when Martial drops, he runs past him like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that's when the contact is once Martial's already gone down. But the initial foul, my man's bent his leg back so he doesn't actually touch him. You know what I mean?
So you're saying he made contact with Martial after he was already falling down, right?
Yeah, and I feel like if you're already dropping, that's not a penalty.
Right. So there was an incident in the Champions League with Juventus and Porto where Ronaldo had a penalty which wasn't given in the last minute. But the problem with that was it's the same sort of thing. He was already going down, and then contact was made.
Yeah.
You can't give that as a penalty.
You can't. And I don't know why players go down before they feel the contact.
Exactly.
I don't.
If you feel contact, then cool, sit down and fly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do what you want, but come on.
Just drop on the floor. Obviously, you need penalty, yeah? If you're dropping before, like, it's just obvious. It's obvious. Like, do you think that no one's going to clock that?
Fully.
And
yeah.
This one, what I was going to say about this, is similar, because David Luiz actually made contact, but we'll get into that,
Yeah.
My man, you can see, again, going back to the intent thing, you can see that he didn't want to do that. You can see that he's pulling out. And I know what people were saying afterwards is that they don't judge it on intent. They don't do that. They judge it on whether there's contact and whether he was going for the ball or not.
Yeah.
And apparently he was deemed as not going for the ball. And if the penalty's already been given, then that means he gets sent off. But you can see he pulls his leg back. Like, that's just common sense, big man. You can see that he's pulling his leg back.
That's not natural at all.
Innit?
The way he's going like that as well. Like, come on.
Yeah, innit? You can see him pulling himself back. Like, I don't know how you can take a second look at that and still call it as a pen.
And then, but then here's the thing: it's not clear and obvious error by the ref, maybe, and they just kept it. Well, again, there is an obvious error that there was no.
I feel like it's an obvious error. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, they need to be more vigilant on what they consider as an error. You know what I mean?
Fully.
Because they're letting the refs just. I know we're talking about giving the refs the full power again, but if you're going to use VAR, give them more power so they can actually make a decision because they're the ones looking at it properly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what they're doing throughout the game. They're just looking at different incidents, right? They're not.
And when it comes to offside, they don't think twice. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Yep, that's offside." So I don't see why it should be any different.
Okay, so no penalty and
no penalty, no red card. Martial, if anything, yellow card for Martial because he's gone down before. Yeah,
cool. Now, this was a game.
What is that?
This is United defending a corner.
Right. Is that penalty given?
Maguire, what do you think happened?
Right, so Maguire is choke slamming Azpilicueta there.
Right.
That's just like, you can't handle someone like that in the box, bruv. Like, that is impeding someone's ability to reach the ball. Full stop. That's a penalty.
Yep. Okay.
That's a penalty. So, not a red card. Don't get me wrong. That's not a red card. But if it's in the box, penalty.
No foul. Not gone to VAR.
See, like, what I don't get is like, what do you mean not gone to VAR? You mean like VAR has gone off for a cup of tea and they only go back for when, like, oh, we need you. Oh yeah, let me just have a look at this. Tell me VAR is not watching the whole game, G. What's the point? I haven't gone to VAR. I'm not violating you, yeah. I'm just saying, not gone to VAR. What?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Surely everything should go to VAR. Everything should go to VAR. That's why it's there.
Everything should be checked by VAR. Whether a guy goes down or not, like whether it's a foul throw.
That's why it's there.
That's why we exactly.
There shouldn't be limited amount of times you can go to VAR because what's the point in having it? Why are we not
checking this? Like,
in it,
I don't.
It's a penalty shout.
My man's in a fucking choke. Like, are you out of your mind?
He's almost got his hands locked. Look at that. He's almost got his hands locked. If he lands, all I'm saying is, if Harry Maguire pulls back a bit, he's gonna choke slam Azpilicueta. Yeah, he is. If Maguire isn't leaning forward, if Maguire's like falling back for whatever reason, they both land on their ass and it's a pen. How can you get away with that, G?
I have a theory. Impeding him. I have a theory. You know Harry Kane's little backward movement.
That jars me. That jars me out.
And he doesn't really get in trouble for that, right? What I think, what I've heard commentators say in the past, but I can see it happening more often now. Is that all these players that get away with? So this is a Maguire incident, right? England player, United captain, Harry Kane, England captain, Tottenham vice captain. I don't know. He's up there in terms of like
ranks and that.
Exactly, right? I think referees are too afraid to give people like these players sort of cards, sort of warnings, stuff like that. Because if this is any other guy, a foreigner doing that on Aspi, it's a foul.
Isn't it?
I mean, I don't know, but like it wouldn't be let off so easily, you know?
And I feel like recently it happens less because Sterling is sort of considered more of a he's gone up in his own status. He's now captained City a couple games. He's considered world class. When Sterling was up and coming, when he first joined City and when he played for Liverpool, every time the Donny went down, he'd get a yellow card for diving. Every single time because they just expected it.
There were times where he was going down because even like if you have some sort of contact on you, and you're going as much as I hate it, you have to go down though, innit?
If you're a professional footballer, you want your team to win. I hear that. If there's contact, drop.
You have to go down. And there were times where he was getting targeted slightly. Like that's what I think.
But. And also like if you're going at the pace that my man's going, like he's not slow. If you're running that quick and you get a touch on the foot, just because you drop doesn't mean you ask for a penalty. It just means you've lost your footing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to claim a penalty when you fall over. You know what I mean? Like if you're going at like say if you're running like 30 kilometers per hour down the wing and you go past someone, they barred you, but it's not a foul and you drop anyway. Like technically, because it's not a foul and you've dropped, they could deem that as a dive, right?
Yeah.
But they've got another thing they've got to take into consideration is the fact that my man didn't want the foul in the first place. He's just trying to slow himself down. The only way to do that is by falling on the floor. You know what I mean? I don't get it. People definitely get targeted, and there's definitely like ideas in refs' minds before they go into the game.
Yeah. People get away with stuff as well, and I think Maguire falls under that category. Obviously, he's had a tough time this summer, though. Was it this summer where
he got arrested, didn't he?
I mean, obviously, like again, a foreigner in a foreign country sort of thing. Maguire's England, Man United captain, bro. Like he's gonna get away with stuff. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but that can't run. Man's literally choking.
Yeah. I know.
That can't run.
That is definitely a pen. If maybe yellow, I don't think it's a red.
Definitely not a red because there's no like malicious intent there. He's not stopping
but it's
anything.
Definitely a penalty, and this game ended I think 0-0. So and United.
That's what I mean. Game-changing decisions, bro. Exactly. They can't be getting that wrong, and they can't be like, "Oh, it hasn't gone to VAR," like you said. Like it needs to just be there. They need to be checking everything. Potential penalty. Why are you not watching that? Because we can get into the whole like certain people getting away with stuff while others get like penalized more often. We'll get into that again. We want to see the David Luiz one, isn't it? Because Donny gets. Yes. Okay.
I definitely have a different opinion, and
right, cool. You said because I don't want to waffle about this for too long, but I'm gonna get passionate, so I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'll
okay. So I'm gonna say this from the start. As a ref, if I was a ref, I would not give this as a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to listen to the rule book, then it is a penalty. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I think this is. I forgot his name. William Jose. It's William Jose.
Okay, yeah, because I have no idea.
He is in on goal.
Yeah.
The person in front of William Jose now is just Leno. So David Luiz theoretically is the last man. No players around him. Holding's not going to get to him. Bellerin's not going to get to him. It's just David Luiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we go back to the whole Bednarek situation where Bednarek if he clips Martial in the box, then it is a penalty. And if he has no intention of going for the ball, then it's a red card.
Yeah.
David Luiz, unfortunately, David Luiz, unfortunately for him, does clip him. It does clip him. As peak as it is, he does clip him. And like we were just explaining, if you get clipped in the box, if you get touched like that, you go down. If you want your team to win, that's how football is now. That's what we have to do if you want to win a game.
Yeah, true.
William Jose's stud gets clipped by David Luiz's leg. He goes down. It's definitely a penalty. The red card decision is harsh, but because David Luiz, unfortunately, is not going for the ball, it is a red card.
Yeah. Thing is, I hear that because what we were talking about with the Bruno one, I'm pretty sure I said the Bruno one was like 50-50, and if the ref gives a pen, ref's giving a pen. Similarly, Bruno stepped on my man and got the pen. My man's kicked Luiz and gone down. It's the same thing. There's still contact there, whether it was initiated by Luiz or not.
Yeah.
And he's still, the Wolves player has hit into him, and he's I guess he's too close to him. I guess he's not giving him space, but he's far away from him, right? He's taking long strides because he's trying to get like enough power on the shot. Yeah. If he's anywhere else on the pitch, is that even a yellow?
It's not. I mean, that's the thing though. That's the thing though. If it is anywhere on the pitch, it's not going to be a red card. It's not going to be like that because it's the last man and you're in the box and you're denying a goal scoring opportunity. That's why it's a red.
If it's a penalty, it's a red card.
Exactly.
If it's a penalty, it's a red card.
No, I mean unless David Luiz is going for the ball and he accidentally like clips.
Oh no, but he's not though. He's trying to. From the clip, you can see he's trying to get around him so he can defend the goal line. And David
Luiz is he's been playing for how many years? But since since Champions League was on ITV, this guy.
True.
Like, he should know this. He should know by now. Like you can't be running across my man expecting to
recklessly in it. Yeah,
exactly. Like, it's stupid. So
it's very unlucky, and it really pissed me off in the moment. And I thought I'd be a little bit more vexed now, but after what we discussed, to be fair, like it's very unlucky, but you can't really argue with it. Like at the end of the day, that's football. The reason why this annoyed me so much is because this point here, that exact moment that we've clipped, was a turning point in our good form.
Oh yeah, you were winning 1-0 that game as well.
Because we were off the back of like 6 good games. Yeah, we didn't concede. We had a clean sheet in a 5 games straight or something, and our defense was looking solid. We were playing well in this first half, and right at the end of the first half, this happens. Luiz gets sent off. They equalize, and then we all know the rest.
A screamer second half.
That you can't argue with that. Yeah. But what the fuck is Leno doing, G?
Oh yeah, for his record.
Leno got you can't argue with that.
No, he's done that. He went like that.
He tried to hide his hand. Like what else is that going to be? Is that going to be your nipple, G? Man, do you expect them to believe that's your peck that's hitting it out? Are you dumb?
German keepers piss me off, man. They all piss me off.
They're good.
Are we gonna say this is are we cool with it? Because as much as I knew, because I have because Kel, he's also a massive Arsenal fan. He was screaming about it, but I think if it was me, and if that law was kind of gone, and we had to just sort of look at it and give a our sort of viewpoint in the moment without listening to the laws and whatnot, then it's very harsh to send him off, but it is a penalty.
Yeah. Nah.
But then the sending off there's reason for the sending off, you know?
Technically, he has impeded the player from taking the shot.
Exactly.
That's point number one.
Exactly.
Secondly, whether he wanted to or not, that's another story. Secondly, he's not going for the ball. He's not trying to make a challenge. But I just feel like it's stupid for like, when they say there's no intent to get the ball, it means like when it's like an off the ball challenge, yeah? When he just takes him out, he's not even looking at the ball. But what's annoying about this is if David Luiz had gone down looking at the ball and like just taken him out, just fully just wiped him out, he would have been yellow carded. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's what I think is stupid. Because what's more dangerous?
I know.
What's more of a penalty? Him flicking his knee or him just wiping him out? Because clearly the wiping him out.
I mean, if that's the law, then just go for the ball, but then wipe him out as well.
Like, if you're a professional footballer, surely you should know that as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. David Luiz, he's been playing since we were like young, bro. Like,
if it was like William Saliba, who's some young guy, I'll allow it.
Saliba.
Well, yeah, okay, let's stay away from that. But David Luiz is experienced, you know. He should know the rules, yeah. He should know that if he goes in for a slide tackle there, he's going to give a penalty either way, and he's just going to get a yellow and not a red. Yeah. I feel like they need to change the laws, but like we're saying, they don't go off subjective opinions, yeah. They go off the rule book. They can't do that. They go off the rule book, and if that's the rules, the players need to know that's what they're going to judge it on, and act accordingly. And I don't think he's done that. So it's one of those things.
You're okay with the decision
now, looking back, knowing that we're still regardless of this game. Yeah, that's a pen. That's a pen. We're getting better. We've got a lot of good young players as well. So
Saka is very good.
Saka, Saliba is banging. I don't care what anyone says. Saliba's banging. What's the other guy? Gabriel, the back. Smith Rowe.
Tierney's relatively young.
Tierney's decent, you know. Tierney's decent. Yeah. Leno's relatively young. Who else?
You just got
Odegaard wants to sign for us as well, apparently.
I don't know about him. I don't think he's that good. But...
He's not really done much, to be fair. But he's still bare young, though. And Aubameyang, he's getting on a bit. So in a couple of years, we may have to get a new striker. And we need to replace Bellerin. Full stop. Bellerin is shit. Look at him there. Donny only cares about modelling for H&M. That's it.
He's got his own line out for H&M, though.
I know.
No, but
focus on your football.
No, but I rate that because he's got a life outside of football. I rate that, man.
And that's affecting his game. It's clearly affecting his game because his head's not in it. I would rather have some ugly ass right back, some fat guy that gets stuck in the game, boots the ball down the pitch, takes people out, than some like fancy footwork, tucked in shirt, cheeky model with like nice new boots on. Like, I don't care if you're doing that, get stuck in. But he's not getting stuck in. He's afraid to get his shirt dirty. You know what I mean? But that's a different discussion. That's a different discussion.
All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I can't. If I could zoom into it. Oh, I can.
But all I'm saying is, oh, you can. Jeez, look at that. Right. All I'm saying is, actually, no, you go first because I'm.
No. Do you know about this? Yeah.
I don't know the situation, so explain the situation.
Okay, so the game is 2-2.
Yeah.
I think it's 2-2 or 2-1 to Liverpool. I think 2-1 actually. And Liverpool have actually I think this is the game that sort of started the downfall of Liverpool for this season. Van Dijk.
Okay. There's a pattern emerging.
The whole mess just started here, I think, in this game. I feel very bad for Liverpool, but
facts.
If we look at this very closely, right? The game is at 2-1. This pass and this whole play leads to a Henderson goal that could have made it 3-1 or it made it 3-2. I don't remember. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But apparently,
it's a goal. It's a goal regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So is that? I mean, it's not clear.
But like. What I'm going to say about this, look at one thing we can see pretty clearly is the line of their feet. Yeah?
Mm.
They're all pretty much in exactly the same line. The only thing that's got Mane offside is his elbow. Is that what that is? Elbow?
I think his, or his like tricep.
So you're telling me, because he's been doing too many tricep curls, and he's a little bit stronger. If he was skinnier than he is, he wouldn't have been offside.
And I don't know how they're drawing the lines for that. I don't see how.
Because by the looks of things, my man at the back, is that Yerry Mina? It looks like it, yeah. His right arm is also pretty much in the same place as the back of Mane's right arm, yeah?
Yeah.
So how is the whole offside rule
came red line? How is that red line in front?
So far ahead, yeah. And also the whole offside rule came in, yeah, is because people were getting advantage by fucking goal hanging, yeah. If the flap on the back of his elbow is ahead of Donny's toe,
like his big toe,
how is that an advantage, G? How is that? His feet are actually further ahead, so if anything, when he's running, he'll be further behind anyway. There's no advantage there, and that's what they should judge it on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, his shirt is not giving him advantage to score. You know what I mean?
I don't actually think they've done the line properly for Mane there either.
Yeah, me neither.
It looks like it's gone like that, and then it's gone. You know, like
in it should be the red line should be a lot closer.
Like, what is that, bro? Like, what is that? Like,
if anything, Mane's on the blue line.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it looks like Donny's Mina's hand, yeah, is on the red line. I mean, you can't see Mina's hand fully; it looks properly blurred there.
I wish I found a clear image, but this is
going off the length of his left arm. Yeah, and I'm bare pointing on the screen. You can't see that, but going off Yerry Mina's left arm, yeah, you can see how long it is.
Yeah,
so if you do a bit of maths, yeah, you draw a line along the bottom from his left hand to his right hand, yeah, it goes where the red line is. You know what I mean? If you're doing triangles, yeah, Pythagoras theorem and that. So his hand is probably like there. I know I'm waffling. His hand's probably like further up. But if you make a triangle from Yerry Mina's forehead to each one of his arms, yeah, you see that. Yeah, look, when you go down there, that's where his hand should be. You know what I'm saying? So unless his left wrist has been cut off,
I just don't think it's a offside call, man. Like, what
offside,
is that, bro?
Out of everything we've seen, the offside calls vex me the most because they're the most stupid thing. David Luiz, it's jarring, but
there is a call like this, right? We have to. It just becomes a maths lesson. Like, why?
In it, like, it should be. Has Mane gained an advantage by being in that position? No. Move on. If he's turned around and he's got like his knee ahead and he's like mid stride and those men are still like not even turned around, advantage there. Say no. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I can see that he's got an advantage.
In the same position, basically.
They're all looking the same way. How can you? Again, as a striker, you can't be thinking about all these little things. Same as Eric Dyer shouldn't have been thinking about where his arms were. You can't be thinking about all this. He's thinking about being on side, but in his opinion, his head is in line with everyone else's. His feet are in line with everyone else's, and he's waiting for the ball to come into him so he can turn and shoot.
Can you score with this? You can score with this part, right?
I don't know. If it's like in there and it hits your bicep and your titty, then maybe. Yeah. But
I mean, I think you can. I think you can't score from you can't score from here. But I think this is allowed now. I'm not sure, but
surely you can't just go like that though, right?
I don't know.
Like if you're in the air and your arm accidentally flips over your head and it bounces off your arm.
Yeah. I'm probably. Yeah.
But both can agree there's no advantage being gained there by Mane.
Exactly. This is just a
it really pisses me off. I can't lie. I really can't lie. That's jarring.
Cool.
I hate offsides. I hate the VAR.
I think the next one is offside as well.
Swear.
Oh God.
Oh damn.
This is a complete. This is the United game. Go back to the United game. What on earth are we? Oh.
What is happening to the game, G? Like penalties and VAR. Yeah, that's again sort of human error.
I'm actually in shock.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Anyone?
No. What's funny is, right? This is the furthest, or this foot here. It's either this foot or that foot. They're the furthest United sort of player, sort of for the offside line, right? Che Adam is. If we're saying this counts to score, then say 9. But if not, then how is he offside?
How is he getting an advantage? Because look, again, Maguire's finger and Maguire's hand is over that as well.
Yeah, but the hand though, the hand can't count though, innit? We know that.
Oh, they don't.
You can't score. You can't score with your. So they can't count that. No.
So if my arm is offside, they won't say anything about it.
That's allowed.
But then how is he offside then? What are they calling offside? Then what have they called offside? Because his whole
I think they're pointing at
shoulder.
this. So this part here, I think, is that for Che Adams, right?
Mm.
So then that means you can score with that.
But okay, so if you can score from here upwards, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, that it looks like midway through his forearm anyway.
Exactly.
But also, you're telling me if Che Adams then went in to score with this, they wouldn't check the handball first. Second of all, how is he gaining an advantage by having his elbow a centimeter ahead when his hips, his ankles, his knees are in complete in line with everyone? So
even behind Maguire, I think this is. I think he's even behind Maguire.
Yeah, because you can see that line where Maguire is, isn't it?
I'm in disbelief, bro.
So if to even get into that position where he may have an advantage because his arm was ahead, and if they all stay in that line, his arm's ahead and he gets the ball, right? That is a handball, regardless, because it's not a natural position. If we're doing it like that. Second of all, to even get to that position, he's got to run there, and if he's ahead of them when he's running, say nine. But he's literally in line. I think that's fucking Fred behind him, and Wan-Bissaka on the end. Are you telling me Fred and Wan-Bissaka can't keep up with Che Adams? You know what I mean? Especially when he's in line. I know they don't take that in consideration, yeah. But even if say Maguire is suddenly the fastest player on the pitch, he's still behind Maguire. You know what I mean? Like how is
and Maguire's making a sort of movement? Well, I think he's trying to play offside trap or something, where he's going back and then going like that.
Yeah.
Even then, Maguire's not. He's not fast, but he's not slow in it. And none of these footballers are slow. I think Che Adams went on to score from this, and they just gave it as offside.
Yeah, no, because that was 4-1.
Oh, 3-1. 3-1 or 4-1.
Yeah. Either way, a very different game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's not a 9-0. It's not going to be 9-0 after that.
Finished 9-0, bro.
That's what I mean. When there was 2 dodgy decisions against these men, and I feel like
obviously United still played well and whatnot. And
obviously, I thought they would have won regardless.
Exactly.
But it's just the way that West Ham got. It's just like I feel sorry for what's his name, Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Oh yeah.
He was nearly crying at the end of that game. I remember that.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
But yeah, that's a complete youth.
That's just like I don't get that, man.
I think we have one more. I think so.
I saw 8 out of 10.
We have two more. We have two more. I can't see that.
Madison won, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Madison against Spurs, yeah.
This one. Again, it's very close, isn't it?
But again, if we're talking about advantage, yeah, and like they ruled off that part of the body because technically you're allowed to score with that part of the body. Let's just say that. Madison, by having that part ahead, because if you're ruling it out a goal that's already happened, yeah, and he hasn't scored with this part of his body, then clearly that hasn't given him an advantage if he's banged it in with his right foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his he's literally in the same position as Alderweireld. What is he supposed to do there?
If not behind, yeah.
And if your feet are behind, it doesn't matter where your arms are. If someone's feet are ahead, I feel like they've got an advantage. You know what I'm saying? It should be all about where the feet are.
I think they give with VAR as well. I think they give it the benefit of the doubt for the defenders, sort of thing. They
100%.
favor the defenders,
and that's shit, man.
And that's why I think Van Dijk is very good because he sort of knows nothing really goes against Van Dijk because he plays it well. He knows what he has to do and what.
He's a very, very. That's why Liverpool been struggling because not only is he a baller, he's got that. He's very smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you need to know that. I think defenders like maybe Mourinho sort of knows as well. Like, listen, just hold off for a bit, maybe let him run, and you'll be offside. Like for me, if VAR is used, we should use it for the things like you see Vardy here.
Yeah.
And you miss that sort of. You don't see him offside there, and he goes on to score. Then say nothing. But this, come on, man.
That's not why you should be using VAR because he's not gained an advantage, and that's the whole point. That's what I've been saying this whole time. About offside, it should be how much of an advantage they should be
exactly. And
there's no advantage.
That is just too harsh. I think where are you drawing that line for Madison? Like, is it here?
In it? Are we
here? Like, is it?
Are we now expecting professional footballers to have calculators in their heads as well? You know what I mean? Because how is again? because they've got to think of multiple different things when this is going on. Alderweireld is probably thinking about, am I playing him onside? Am I playing him offside? I've got to then track the run. Is Dyer going to track that run? Are my midfielders going to help me out? Maddison's thinking, where's this ball going to land? Where's Lloris? Am I onside? He takes a look at Alderweireld's chest, feet, and arms and thinks, yeah, if I just move a little bit this way and lean in, I'll be onside. But because he's running and his elbow is there, what's that got to do with the price of fish?
I have this is just
I mean?
Complete and utter mess up again. Like you need to, if anything, I think what they should do is, if the linesman puts his flag up, then say nothing. We'll go to VAR, we'll check it. If the linesman puts his flag up, you go to VAR, check. If it's like that, you allow it. I mean, no, if he puts his flag up, then call offside. If he hasn't put his flag up, if Maddison goes on to score, and if it's like that, and you go to VAR and you check, it's like by that,
and it's millimeters,
and you just leave it. It's fine. You leave it. Come on, man.
Because that's not an advantage. I feel like it should be enough of an advantage for another man.
Like if that ball is played to Vardy, if that ball is played here to Vardy, and Vardy goes on to score, and the linesman hasn't put his flag up, and you go to VAR and you check and he's offside, then cool. Look at that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But what is that?
Okay. I feel like the linesman may have put up his flag because he's seen Vardy's offside and just assumed that Maddison will be as well.
I don't think he put his flag up.
Did he not?
I don't think so, no.
Oh. Well, in that case, then why you question? Because the whole thing is like they don't want to take the power away from the ref.
Exactly.
But the linesmen are basically pointless at this.
But linesmen are now scared to put up their flag as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen they take so long to just, and they get players injured by doing that.
Yeah, because people
stupid. Exactly.
Imagine you see the flag, you slow down. You don't see the flag, you sprint, you get taken out by a keeper, and then that's your career for the rest.
That's why you need to just keep on running, even if the linesman puts his flag up or whatnot. Just keep running, put the ball in the net, and then see after in it.
Because Rashford's done that a couple of times, and he's getting the goal from it. It's worked for him. He should do that. He's a very hard-working lad. I can't lie.
I love Rashford.
Yeah, same. He's an absolute king.
Right. This is the last one.
Thing is, this one is a lot more obvious that his arm is ahead of him. You know what I mean?
But what are you?
But again, because his arm's there, is that an advantage? So Cash's arse, yeah, is still ahead of my man's whole body, apart from his forearm. Yeah, he doesn't score with his forearm, does he?
Nope.
There we go. And this was a pretty tense game, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So you can't be getting these decisions wrong.
I don't know. I think it finished a draw, maybe, or Villa won.
I can't remember, but this decision did play a big part. I do remember.
Let me check. But like,
I hate Aston Villa anyway for different reasons.
Why?
Aston Villa just pissed me off, man. Because ever since I'm 1-0
Villa.
There we go. You know what I mean? And that way,
this is just
don't get 3 points.
I don't even think Ings is not offside. Like, look how thick the line is, and then his one side of his cheek is offside. Like, come on, man.
Innit? You're telling me, so if Cash is Ings and Ings is Cash, yeah, is the decision flipped? You know what I mean?
I mean, I doubt it.
I doubt it, but I don't know, man.
This one is techie, but like it depends on where you draw the line for Ings. If you draw it here, well, say nothing.
If we're saying
again, look how it's like that, man.
And also, yeah, so they need to be like, yeah, that's too small. That's like, again, no human in time, like whilst they're playing, can take that into consideration. We're gonna leave it, let it slide. It's a goal. If the line is like less than, I think if the line is less than 10 centimeters, leave it, because 10 centimeters is like that. And if you're that far offside, fair enough, that's an advantage, yeah. But anything less than 10 centimeters,
it's just
like
mess,
that.
Man. Like, what is
that millimeters.
So you're telling me if Cash had a smaller arse, then he'd be on.
Yeah, because what is it? The Villa manager said after the game, he was like, "It's a good job Johnny Cash doesn't have John McGinn's arse, otherwise that would have been a goal." And it's like, it's true. Why are you taking players' anatomy into consideration?
I think Dean Smith said it was offside. I mean, it was onside as well. I think he said something like that. Like he's not in favor of VAR. Yeah. I think he was. Yeah. He said like, I don't think the decision was correct or something like that. I don't know.
Obviously, he's gonna be happy with it. Yeah, but
noble
thing to say, because that is straight up. How was any player meant to do anything about that? You know what I mean? It's jars me
VAR,
up,
VAR. I think that's the last one, right?
Yeah.
VAR is a mess. Yeah.
Straight up. 100%.
And okay, for me, I think I prefer the whole human error thing. Obviously, keep technology in the game. I think goal line technology is a good thing.
We say that.
Go on.
Sorry, carry on. No, because you're saying like human error is a good thing to have in that.
Go on, carry on.
So I know you're chatting about human error and it being a good thing. What I'm going to say is when it happens against you, though, it does annoy you, and then you want VAR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. I know, and that's how a lot of footballers are. Goal line tech, VAR, keep it.
With offside, I say don't give anyone an advantage, because I feel like you're giving a defender an advantage there. You know, the way you're doing the lines, the way you're letting. Yeah. Like, I think there needs to be such a margin where you can then give it offside. Because if I'm just leaning a bit forward,
like a margin for error,
by this much, if I'm leaning like that much, then come on, man. Like,
if all I'm saying is, if it's, again, we're talking about this margin thing, this is just an idea that we've come up with. I think someone else might have thought of it, but at the moment we're talking about the margin thing. 10 centimeter margin of error. So if it's 10 centimeters or less and the ref doesn't see it, then let it slide. But if it's 10 centimeters or less and the ref does call it, and it is from like doing all the lines and it is offside, the ref's called it. Yeah. So if the ref's called it, then can't give it. Because if he's offside and the ref's call it, then he's miraculously seen that he's like 5 centimeters offside. Bless, leave it. But if the ref hasn't called it and we've got that 10 centimeter margin error, then I personally don't think that should be called. You know what I mean? Because if the ref hasn't seen it, the players are not going to think that's an advantage, defending or attacking team. So who are you helping? You know what I mean?
There needs to be like a cut-off sort of thing, right? Like so we're saying 10 centimeters is it's that much, yeah?
That's what, but in a game where you're playing against like fully sized men, 10 centimeters ain't that much. And nor is it that much of an advantage.
Okay, I think the same thing. I think defenders.
I would be happy with that.
I think defenders need to adapt their game slightly.
Mm-hmm. Oh like, yeah,
just 100%. The way because look at Van Dijk.
Like David Luiz, he should have known the rules. He should have just gone for the tackle instead of trying to tiptoe around him. You know what I mean?
Fully.
Because he tried to run around the back of him, but he didn't. But he should have just taken him out, because if he had known that, then it wouldn't have been a pen. But yeah.
And unfortunately, it worked against you lot.
I personally think.
Go on.
I don't want to say it's ruining the game. I don't want to say VAR's ruining the game, because I know it's there to help, and it would be, and if it does work, it would really help the game. But at the same time, they can't just put VAR in there and introduce no other rules. There's got to be a whole different thing that comes with it. Because you get multiple different angles. But then there's the thing where you
don't want so many rules though, do you? Like, it's just gonna get very complicated.
Yeah, because then the refs have got to remember 10 times more. The players have got to remember 10 times more.
Yeah,
it's the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like a easy thing to go off, like nothing too major. But it's like you can't plug a HDMI cable into like a TV from 1977. You know what I mean? You've got if you're adapting one thing, you've got to adapt everything.
A couple things, yeah. And there has to be. I mean, I like human error, and I'm gonna stick by that. And I think VAR at some things need to change around it. But for me, if you can't change a couple things, you either get rid of it or you don't. I would say get rid of it.
If we're saying if just in this moment in time, would you rather have VAR or no VAR? I'm just gonna go back to no VAR, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you're saying with goal line tech, because that's completely different.
Goal line tech has worked tremendously. There's no. Yeah. I mean, apart from the whole last season, Villa should have got relegated. There was an incident where the ball was actually. I think that's the only one I remember. But other than that, I think goal line technology is being.
But that's way better than VAR.
One in a million. That's like what? Like nothing. Yeah. There's been no error whatsoever. But with VAR, it's all you've used it to get rid of human error, make the refs' lives easier, and
But if anything, you're spotlighting. You're spotlighting human error.
And like people
yeah.
can't celebrate now when they score because they don't know if they've scored. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, where's the, you know?
Like, in it, like people are like, I watched the other day Jesse Lingard celebrating twice for 1 goal.
Exactly. Like, why, man? It's a perfectly fine goal.
But then again,
like
that goal would have been called offside though without VAR. So
I don't think they put the flag up. They were just checking it. Oh, they did.
They called him offside.
Yeah.
He was like, "What's going on?" And then they looked at it. It was like, it wasn't actually Lingard that was offside. It was the other guy.
But
so
I think that's
in that situation, it's worked.
Yeah. But like we said, we can still have VAR, but they need to change a bit where the margin of error, not margin of error, like the grey, it needs to be 10 centimeters. It can't be
there
needs
to be a 10 centimeter grey area in it.
It can't be like that, bro. Like what?
And if the ref's called it, fair, he's seen it. But if he hasn't, leave it. There's no need. You know what I'm saying? Let the game flow.
Exactly. I mean, there's no need if the error is so big, unless the error is so big. Like the whole Vardy Maddison one. If Vardy scores from there and you give that as a goal and you go and check VAR after and you see he's offside, obviously, then call it offside. Yeah. But like, come on, that Maddison, come on. Can't do anything. The way your body's moving, the way you're running for the ball, he can't just stand there and run to it. Your acceleration needs to be out of this world. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and I have a feeling when fans come back to the game as well, it's going to make the referee's job harder to like want to make a decision because there's no, at the moment, there's only 22 players putting pressure on them. Well, 11 because 11 depends on what side you're on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you put 30,000 people at least screaming at the ref, that's going to be intense for them. You know what I mean? When they're looking at the screen, there's like a whole crowd screaming, and if they get the decision wrong, they're getting booed. Like, it's a whole lot more stress. And I feel like once fans come back, we'll see that. But that's not my job.
Wait until I think, you know what I'm saying? Is it June? We should have fans back for the Euros.
When are the Euros?
It's in, I think, middle of June to middle of July. Isn't it like a month?
I have no idea. And I'm very excited though.
Yeah, same. And
can't wait.
We should have no restrictions by then. So hopefully,
fingers crossed, man.
But I don't think there'll be fans that are like us not allowed in the games. I think it's only members and stuff. So
yeah, no, it'll definitely still be distanced, but there'll be enough people in there to make a noise, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But we'll do another episode on that, innit? On Euros and fans and shit.
I'll wear my England top, you wear your EDL thing. We'll go
you know
crazy.
What I'm
saying? But yeah, it was good.
It was a good episode. VAR
out. Yeah.
At the moment, VAR out until they make
unless they make some
new rules.
Decisions.
You know what I'm saying?
Changes.
Unless they introduce it properly, out. Yeah, I agree.
They make it too complicated. I don't like the game.
Yeah, same. It's way too techy right now. It's jarring me.
Cool, man. We'll get back onto this.
It was nice talking to you again, man. I haven't seen your face for a while. I missed that beard. You know what I'm saying?
I trimmed it down like proper, like up to here. Yeah.
Raw. I can't tell.
But yeah, saw your wife.
I had to trim mine down as well. Actually, yeah, it was getting crazy. It was like,
where's your lamb chops? Show me your little.
There's nothing here. You can see like a slight change in color on the screen, a slight gradient change, but that's it. That's the only facial hair I have, and this little scraggly little thing there. You know why I've been touching it this whole time? It's because it's itchy. It's annoying. Yeah, I'm not trying to like prove to everyone I've got a tash. It's just annoying. So I will shave it off. But yeah, I thought I could do a Steve Lacey, but I guess not all a little weekend thing. Yeah, but it's not me clearly. I just look like some sort of like 15-year-old trying to look hard. You know what I mean? 15-year-old trying to get in some 18 movie, bro.
With that trim, with that EDL top.
Yeah, I do not look like a normal guy right now. But it's calm.
It's cool.
Because I'm not going anywhere, am I? There's nothing else going on.
We're stuck indoors. But yeah, man, I will catch up with you soon.
Yeah, it was lovely talking to you, man. As always.
Fix your Wi-Fi. I've said that for the third time now.
Yeah, innit?
I cut a couple stuff out. But yeah, it was a good, man. Good episode.
It was. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
It was good. I think this is one of my favorite ones. But yeah.
Yeah, same. It was nice and flowing, you know what I'm saying?
I thought you cut out again. All right, cool, man. Let's end it there until you keep cutting out. All right, cool. I know you're free. All right, cool, man. Love you, man.
See you, yeah. All right, love. Peace out, man.
Yes, bro.
Till next time, innit?
See you, bro. But no.
What a good start. That's good, man.
And something I have been forgetting to do is like thumbnails. Man froze. Why are you frozen?
Bro, same thing happened to you. What's going on?
It's not me though, because my Wi-Fi's alright.
I was gonna send you a photo of you.
What's going on?
I don't know. I dropped out.
Oh, yeah. You've dropped out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. You're back. Wait, you're loading back in. Okay, you're in.
Alright, cool. Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're okay.
This Wi-Fi might be a problem. If it is, I apologize.